This is a storage room in my house. And if you look on my shelves, you will notice that there are plastic totes filled with books because I don't have enough space on my bookshelves for all the books in my totes. What should I do? Hello, welcome to my channel. Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I am in my basement library. I have recently purchased a new bookshelf from Ikea to increase the amount of books that I can shelve. Before I start showing you that, let me give you a very quick tour of my bookshelves. Here is the long view of my library. You notice that I have quite a lot of Billy bookcases. Those, of course, come from Ikea. I find them to be really the best bookcases for your money. The most recent one I purchased the other day was $79. I think that price has actually come down a bit. I thought they were like $99 for a while. Well, anyway, let me show you the areas where I'm going to put this in, back up a bit. Okay, you will notice that I have full-sized Billy bookcases with toppers, the extending shelves on top. You will also notice that I have this construction beam in my basement that is holding up the kitchen above me. So while I could, in theory, put a full-size Billy under the beam, I could not fit the extender shelf. And there you have my smaller shelves at the bottom. And over here in this corner is where I intend to put my new bookshelf. I probably have room for one full-size Billy, which I have already purchased, and probably a thin Billy as well. I was not able to buy the extender shelf the other day because Ikea was sold out. Once I get my bookshelf in and Ikea has the extender shelves back in stock, I may consider putting in another thin Billy. And if you do not know what a thin Billy looks like, I have one over here. It's wedged in between the two full-sized. I use that for my New York Review Books Classics. And in case you're interested, this is my workstation. That is my MacBook, where I edit all the videos that I make. I do film on my iPhone. I just transferred over to edit. And a quick glance, you'll notice that I keep all my hardcovers together on that far wall. And then I have a corner unit. And the corner unit is over here. This is where I start my trade paperbacks. And my trade paperbacks go along this wall here. I do have a little bit of room. You notice some knickknacks on my shelves. For whatever reason, my wife really likes me to have knickknacks on my shelves. She says it makes the library look more interesting. And then from trade paperback, again, I have my New York Review Books Classics, and then all my mass markets. I am still thinking about what books to put on this bookshelf, and I will show you that later. This is the Billy in the back of my Toyota Prius V. As you can see, it really took some work to get it in there. It does not quite fit in length, so I had to push up the guest seat or passenger seat to get this bookcase in the car. And now I have to get it into my basement. And this is really rather heavy for one person to lift. I think I'm going to open the box in my car and take it down piece by piece. Okay, here are all the Billy parts and pieces unloaded from the car and taken into my basement. I am now ready to assemble. Okay, I have assembled the main frame of the Billy. I now have to put it against the wall and anchor it in. And the bookshelf is anchored to the wall. The coloring of the bookshelf is really rather new. If you can compare it to the older shelves, it looks like they're just darker and probably fade with age. But I think it's just going to look just fine. And now to get all the books on the bookshelf. So here is the new bookshelf. I have put most of the books that I want on here. I am probably going to change things up. I have a new collection of these modern library books, which I recently got from our library sale. I spent about $3, maybe $4 for all those books. I'll do a haul video about them later. So that is my new shelf. I do have empty space on a lot of shelves now. And I'll show right over here. This is where a lot of my books came from to fill up that shelf. This was mostly mass market paperbacks. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on these shelves over here. I'm thinking series paperbacks, like Nick Carter or my Naughty Western series, something along those lines. But I may go through a couple of trials and error to see what should fit here. And of course, if you look at that wall over there, there is plenty of room for a thin bookshelf. My shelves are a lot less crowded now. Yesterday evening and this morning, I went through and spread out all my books. I got a few paperbacks from my storage bins and stuck them on the shelves. But as you can see, I now have some empty spaces which I can fill up with more books from my storage bin, or maybe even go to the used bookstore again and see what other books I can find to fill up the shelves. there is that taunting empty space right there. I've mentioned that once already in this video, that it might be a good time to get another bookcase. Or if I'm truly ambitious, this bookcase right here will fit on that side of the wall without blocking the plug. Then I could get a full-size Billy case and stick it over here. I would have to move my desk down about 6 inches, maybe 10 inches, but I have the room over there. But that would be a very ambitious project. Maybe I should do it. Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.